Different story.
A different season, right? We went from summer, I think, almost early summer this morning, over to just, well, really kind of winter this afternoon without the snow, just with the cold, the wind, and the rain. So tonight, your first alert for winds kind of finally relaxing a little bit. Still going to be breezy tonight, but that potential for like 50-mile-per-hour gusts, that will diminish over the next few hours, and the rain will end for us. It already has in many communities. Tomorrow, scattered snow, wintry mix along the lakeshore, and on Friday, your first alert for a wintry mix in the morning, changing over to a cold, wind-driven rain in the afternoon. Right now, not a ton of rain left, but it's getting cold. It's upper 30s right now. Akron 39, 38 in Mansfield, Cleveland 41, 43 in New Philadelphia. Hit or miss showers out here in the interior snow belt and even along the lakeshore, Lake County out to Ashtabula, Conneaut, and then as far south as Youngstown and Portage County. Still tracking some showers in these areas. Winds again are high. For the next few hours, we're still going to have that potential for 40 to 50, maybe even 55-mile-per-hour gusts. And then as we get closer to midnight, the gusts start to come down. Not as extreme, but if you're a light sleeper, these winds may still be high enough to wake you up. Tomorrow, gust speeds generally in the 20s and 30s. So again, not extreme winds, but I do want you to be aware that it will be windy. We're going to walk you through tomorrow hour by hour and a look ahead to the upcoming weekend. We haven't had a lot of time to talk about that today because we've been so focused on Thursday and Friday. We'll cover it all for you coming up in my first alert forecast.
Around the corner.
It's time. I've changed my Twitter name from Samantha to Snowmantha again, as we do every winter. So it's time, right? It's time to get into that winter spirit. I heard a quote a long time ago, and no one to attribute it to. It was just this random thing I saw online that said, you can choose, if you choose not to find the joy in the snow, you will still have the same amount of snow, but less joy. So we're going to have to live by that for the next couple of days with this wintry mix in the forecast. You're like, okay, get to the snow maps here. We're on the way. Let's start with tomorrow. This is the morning commute with scattered snow, visibility issues for commuters. No, I mean, it's not going to be snowing everywhere all at once. Okay, notice how scattered all of this is, right? It's not snowing constantly on every local roadway in the morning, but there will be scattered snow showers out there, so brief loss of visibility. The snow does continue scattered into the afternoon, and at times it might mix with a little bit of rain, particularly along the immediate lakeshore. Lakeshore most likely to see that wintry mix. Thursday night, bad timing, right? We have Thursday night football in town and the lake effect is taking over. So snow inland, but still seeing a lot of that wintry mix along the immediate lake shore. This is future view at like 3 in the morning on Friday. I know it's showing a lot of green, but I think we still see some wintry mix at that point. And then Friday morning, very messy for the morning commute. Wintry mix potential all across the area, but especially away from Lake Erie. Everybody transitions to a cold, wind-driven rain. I honestly think Friday afternoon is like the worst part of the forecast. Yes, it's just rain, but it's driven by the wind. It's going to be in the 40s, but it'll feel like the 30s. That to me is way worse than this snow. So how much snow are we going to see here? We've got most of our area in the trace to 1. Lakeshore, unfortunately for my snow lovers out there, I don't see much of any accumulation. Maybe like the quickest coating, but the ground is really warm and the wind's going to be high, so tough to overcome that. I do have 1 to 3 here, interior snow belt across much of Geauga County, far northern Portage, and then in our tertiary snow belt where we sometimes get a little connection with Lake Michigan, I have 1 to 3 Ashland, Richland counties, 1 to 2 across much of Portage, southeastern Cuyahoga and northeastern Summit County. Akron in that trace to 1, so not quite as much there. Remember, a trace is very little, and I think many of us will end up on that lower